Welcome back to Unacceptable Gaming. I'm your host, Christian, aka CaptainMK, and today we're going to be playing Banjo-Kazooie. Definitely one of my favorite 3D platformers of all time. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I actually like Banjo-Tooie a little bit more, even though I don't feel like it's as designed as well. But that's a discussion for another time, so let's just hop right in and start our game. So we have Sleeping Banjo, Cooking Banjo, or Breaking Banjo. Oh, that's awful. And Banjo playing the Game Boy. I like Game Boys, so let's go with this one. I'm actually going to, oh. And we're back. So basically the plot of the game is that Grunty, or Gruntilda the witch, was sitting by her, I guess, pot, cauldron, if you will, and asked it who's the prettiest person around, and the pot basically said that Banjo's sister was, and so her response was to go and kidnap her. So we have to go and get our sister back, gosh darn it. Which is up there in that layer. And so Bottles right now, he wants to teach us a bunch of moves, but we've played the game before, so we don't need to do that. We already know the moves. However, there are a bunch of little honeycombs around, which are basically little units that increase your health when you get 6 of them. And there's actually 6 of them in Spiral Mountain, so we're just going to go ahead and get those right now. There's one over here in this tree stump. This is where they teach you the backflip move, which is just going like this. Pretty straightforward. The other one is up in this tree over here, which teaches you that you can climb things. And what we're missing by not going with Bottles tutorials here is a bunch of dialogue where he's telling you how to do all of these things. So for a new player, it's great. It teaches you how to play the game. Although if you're not a fan of tutorials, it can be a little bit boring and tedious. But I mean, no one has an attention span anymore these days, so you don't have time for that. Ain't no one got time for that. The next honeycomb is down here in this little incline. Not incline. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm drunk. This little underwater cave, I guess. And that teaches you about underwater swimming. Here, we break all these little boulders. Another move that Bottles teaches you. And in the last one here, it's always the last one no matter what order you do, you get a honeycomb. So that's great. And then finally, up here, this teaches you about combat. And combat's pretty straightforward, although that's the fastest way to take him out. So now we've collected 6 honeycombs and we got an extra piece of life. Yay! So next we need to climb up Spiral Mountain, which is right there to get to the witch's lair. And there's a bridge over here. You probably saw it earlier. And that leads right up the mountain into her lair. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Almost fell down that slope there. And I have a little trick to get up here. It's more of a matter of habit more than anything. I'm not sure how much faster it is, but I just always do that whenever I'm playing through Banjo-Kazooie. I've beaten this several times now, so I've actually become pretty familiar with it. I'm probably going to eat my words later when I'm running around trying to find a Jiggy and have absolutely no idea where it is. So there's that to look forward to. But if it gets too out of hand, I'll edit it out so that you don't have to sit through that. Oh my gosh. Well, like that. Like I was saying, I'm gonna edit anything out that will cause any extra watching time, I guess. And now we have a little cutscene back in Gruntilda's tower with our kidnapped sister. How could she? So this contraption basically is going to switch their beauties. So Banjo's sister, Tootie, her name's Tootie by the way, is going to become really ugly, and Gruntilda is going to become a lady, I suppose. Because right now she's just more like a green blob. I'm not really sure you could call her that, but oh no, she's shivering. This is pretty dire. We need to get there fast or some stuff is going to go down. And here we are in Grunty's lair. This is basically the hub world of the entire operation. And we're greeted with a nice picture of Grunty right at the very beginning. So we definitely know that this is her lair. Right off the bat, you need to climb this and grab this Jiggy over here. And a Jiggy, or a jigsaw piece, is basically a puzzle piece that you need to fit into places to fit into puzzles to complete pictures that will enable you to get into worlds. Like right over here, there's an entrance to a world, but we can't get in there yet until we complete this little puzzle with this missing piece on it. They basically act the same way that stars do in Super Mario 64, if you've ever played that game. Which, I'm sure none of you have. It's a very, very obscure game. sarcastic, so, you know. And there we did. We did it. We completed the puzzle, and we're going to go into the first level, Mumble's Mountain. And these places you need to do tasks to get jiggies to basically put in more puzzle pieces to get into other worlds and basically advance. This is the easiest level by far, and it's basically, you're just running and grabbing jiggies that are basically out in the open. So, to begin with, I'm just going to go over here and, whoop, this one. I'm probably going to do that a lot, by the way. Grab these notes here, and then this Jinjo. Notes are basically another thing that enables you to advance. You need a certain number of notes to be able to get through these places called note doors, and those allow you into collections of levels. They're sort of like coins in Super Mario 64 a little bit, but not quite. They don't, because coins don't really serve the same purpose that they do. And then Jinjos, these this little purple guy, and there's I think a blue one back there. In each level there are 5 of them, and you need to collect all of them to get a single Jiggy. So this is definitely a collectathon, maybe even the definition of a collectathon, but all the tasks and doing everything in the game revolves around it. So it's fine. Whoops, I don't have the smash move yet, so I can't do that. Here's a bottles hill, and you have to go stand on it to be able to get moves from him. And so right now he's teaching me the Beak Buster, which enables me to basically slam Kazooie into the floor, destroying everything in the process. So that's pretty nice, being able to do that. Okay, so we're just gonna grab that, and we could destroy these, but I'm actually gonna come back here later with some other moves, since I can't really do everything right now. So instead, I'm gonna climb up this little hill here, and since this is the first level, we just walk over here and grab this Jiggy. And that little Jiggy dude there is basically saying that you need to, there's 10 of them in each world, and you need to get a bunch of them to be able to advance to the final boss battle at the end, where we have a showdown with Grunty. And that, by the way, is one of my favorite boss battles of all time. It's pretty epic. There's a little Mumbo token back there. Oh, I should have explained those. Mumbo tokens are basically these little doodads that you give to Mumbo the Shaman, who can then transform you at a cost of some of the tokens into a animal or sometimes a washing machine. I don't know, but and that basically allows you to just go to other places of the world and do a bunch of the tasks there, and sometimes even outside of the world. So that's pretty cool. You can't actually transform into a washing machine in this game. You can in the next one, although in Monster Mansion, which is the 6th level of the game, I believe, there is actually a 1 in 40 or a 1 in 50 chance that you transform into a washing machine by accident, and then Mumbo immediately changes you back. And I'm not sure if that was just an inside joke, or if they were actually teasing at something in Banjo-Tooie, where you actually do get to transform into a washing machine in the 6th level of that game called Grunty's Industries. That level, by the way, is absolutely ridiculously hard. But so this guy over here, his name is Congo, and or Conga, I should say. Maybe it's effeminate, I don't know. But he's throwing oranges at you, and you just have to get the oranges to land on those tablets with oranges on them. Clever bear, you found my gold. Yeah, you were throwing oranges at it, you dummy. And so we just stole one of his oranges here and are going to give it to this little chimp, because he wants an orange. See, he said he likes orange. He likes it very much. And that raises a tree stump and gets us the other Jiggy. And these little blue blue little doodads are called eggs. You know, as in like what a chicken lays. But you can basically regurgitate it and like throw up eggs all over your enemies, and it'll damage them greatly. It's not actually like that. It's more like a gun where you fire the egg and it hits them in the face. And that's what Bottles is teaching you right now. And you can carry 100 of them, but you can also shoot them out from your behind as well, and not as a high projectile as the shooting them out of your throat, but those are the 3 moves in this world: the smash, the egg shooting, and then the Talon Trot, which is basically what we're going to be using for the rest of the game, the Talon Trot, because it enables you to go a lot faster. Kazooie makes a very annoying squeaky noise, but I think everyone will get used to that really fast, because that's just, it becomes background noise at some point. And then what we just hit here is called a Grunty switch, or maybe it's a Grunty switch, I don't know, it's a switch with Grunty's face on it, so smash that to bits, and oh gosh darn it, that basically throws a Jiggy up in the overworld, Grunty's lair, which you can get at a later time. Here we just use the move that we just learned from what's her name? 1 second. Alright, I'm back. I had to attend to something, so whoop! Oh shoot! And sometimes that happens. It's actually kind of difficult to avoid. It might be more of a matter of just not firing at certain points, since you're pretty vulnerable. But once we hit him 3 times, I think, he becomes beat, as he says it, and it's just, you know, he looks kind of depressed actually. Like, you know, I've seriously beaten him. But lo and behold, once I grab this Jiggy, he's gonna have a complete change of heart and start throwing oranges at me again. He didn't care at all. Toying with my emotions like that. And so now that we have those moves and we've gotten the little dangle-dang from up there, we're actually gonna go back to, well actually we're gonna go in here first. And there's actually a reason why we're here. There's a little token in here, and you need 5 to actually be able to transform into a termite. Which is what you transform to this level, by the way. Spoiler alert. So now that we have we could have done this earlier, but I'm just gonna smash all these huts now and grab the little goodies inside. Bash that little purple dinosaur, Barnaby, or whatever the heck. Grab these eggs, and fail the back jump, you know, because that's really friggin' hard to do. By the way, I'm being sarcastic again, so you can just ignore that. And, oh, it's a Jinjo. Oh my gosh. Did I just destroy his house and take his money? Am I a criminal? Well, I was probably always a criminal to begin with, so... And then the last hut right here, oh, second to last, that's an extra life right there that I just got. Basically whenever you run out of health, so that you don't get a game over screen and have to start from the very beginning of Grunty's lair. You don't lose your save progress, but you get sent back to the beginning of Grunty's lair anyway. And so now we're just going to destroy Mumbo's totem pole, and do that. Do that. We're actually not going to destroy the last one because there's a empty honeycomb piece up here. By the way, even though that there was this 6 at the beginning of Spiral Mountain, there's actually 2 in each level. And then we're going to go over here and grab this Jiggy and Mumbo's left eye socket, right if you're facing him. His left. Mumbo's left. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about anymore. And then I'm gonna grab these notes. Oh, there's Mumbo. We just woke him up from his nap, and he's basically saying that he's gonna help us defeat Grunty if you bring him tokens. But I have enough tokens because I had saved up enough earlier. So we're just gonna actually. Is there anything up here? Sometimes there's some important stuff up here. I know that I think in Bubblegloop Swamp there's a empty honeycomb piece in the middle, like right over here or something like that. And sometimes there's notes and other like really useful doodads up there. But once we stand on here and press A, we're going to transform into Little Termite. And I can come back anytime I want to transform. I'm not actually going to do that. I'm going to exit the level, and you'll see why in a moment. You may have been wondering why I didn't go up the slope in this little room. That's because the slopes were just so steep that I would have slipped down and fallen back down. There's actually, I've seen speedruns where people have successfully, whoops, missed that jump. People have actually successfully done this on Banjo using like little glitches. I don't know how the heck they did it because it's a pretty, gosh, friggin'. It's saying that I don't know how they do it, but they do. Speedrunners are crazy. Like Bibbidi, oh shoot, I forgot his name now. I'll slap it up on the screen. But he's a really good speedrunner. I watched him do a live stream where he beat this game and like any percentage. I'm gonna 100% the game, but he any percented it in about around 2 hours, I think it was. I may be wrong about that. In which case, you know, people are probably gonna get really mad at me or something. I don't know, but he's amazing. Go check him out. Very good speedrunner. I actually enjoyed watching it. I've actually been getting into watching a lot of speedruns recently. It's like amazing seeing how games can be kind of broken down like that. But let's go over here, and since I'm still in termite form, I'm just gonna walk down over here and grab this second empty honeycomb piece, and then we're going to grab these notes and this Jiggy, and that's actually the last Jiggy in the entire level. As you can hear the little victorious sound there. It's like, yeah, we did it. We're winners. Grab the rest of these notes here. If I can grab it up. Oh, hold on. I'm missing 3 notes because there's 100 in each level, so I'm going to try and find that. I'll be back in a moment. And I'm back, found it. It's right on the ledge here. I don't know how I missed that. People are probably screaming at their computer screens right now. But there we go. I'm pretty sure I 100% of that. Just gonna check really fast. Yeah, looks like we got all that done. So there's actually 9 levels in the whole game. Because there are 10 Jiggies in Grunty's lair, and we already got the one to begin with before we hit any of the switches in the level. So we're just gonna grab that really quickly. Blah 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 blah. Bottles. You can open note doors? I'm shocked. But yeah, that's what he was just talking about there. You can open note doors once you have enough. You actually only needed 50. Since I'm actually getting too far away from the level, I'm going to begin to transform. And that's what he was just warning me about there. So, actually, now that we've gotten all those Jiggies and then the Jiggy in the overworld, I think I'll call it quits for this episode. And I'll see you next time.